The sun, the moon, the planets and stars have always fired our imaginations and fueled our mythologies. And studying the heavens, astronomy, is surely the oldest scientific discipline there is.
What's really unexpected, I guess, is that astronomy has repaid our interest in it over the centuries. Time after time, it's been the place where new ideas have emerged, and it's often led the rest of the sciences.
I'm a professor of physics at the University of Surrey, and the ideas and theories of the great European scientists like Galileo, Newton and Einstein lie at the heart of my work. But there's another side to me. I'm half Iraqi, and I'm keen to investigate stories I'd heard as a schoolboy in Baghdad of great astronomers from the medieval Islamic world whose work shaped the discoveries of these later Western scientists. So I'm going on a journey through Syria and Egypt to the remote mountains in northern Iran to discover how the work of these Islamic astronomers had dramatic and far-reaching consequences. There I'll discover how they were the first to attack seemingly unshakable Greek ideas about how the heavenly bodies move around the earth.
It was Islam that paved the way for one of the greatest upheavals in the history of science.
This is the University of Padua in northern Italy. I'm here to see incontrovertible evidence that one of the greatest breakthroughs in European science links back to the earlier work by Islamic scholars.
Because it was a news one that at that time...
Astronomer Dr. Luisa Pigiotti and I are climbing up to the 18th century observatory. At the top, she promises to show me one of the most important books in scientific history.
So, what do we have here?
Okay, this is the second edition of the Revolutionibus.
Copernicus.
Yes.
This is De Revolutionibus Orbium Celestium, which was published in 1543 by the Polish astronomer Nicholas Copernicus.
I'll be careful.
Is it the second edition?
The significance of this book is enormous. In it, Copernicus argues for the first time since Greek antiquity that all the planets, including the Earth, go around the Sun. For thousands of years, everyone had believed a very different view, that the Earth is static and everything, including the stars, sun and planets, move around it.
And here there are all his system. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
And
Sol,
the system.
the sun
okay.
in the
It's
middle.
a famous drawing,
Yes.
this one.
Oh, yes, and there's Terra.
With the
There's
moon.
Leo with the moon
With the
going
moon,
around it.
okay, yes.
This is an astonishing book, and many historians credit it with starting the European scientific revolution,
There are the principle.
the first crucial step in a journey that led to modern physics.
Is another eruption of the Earth.
Well, I agree, but it does seem a bit odd that one doesn't hear much about where Copernicus got his ideas and information. The impression is that they came out of nowhere.
The beginning?
And the beginning is all in Arabic.
It certainly is a real revelation to me that he explicitly mentions a 9th century Muslim for providing him with a great deal of observational data, an astronomer who lived in Damascus called El-Battani. Like all the great scientists of the Islamic Empire, El-Battani lived in a culture without portraiture. All we have are later impressions of what he might have looked like.
And here he mentioned Hipparchus, Callipo, Ptolemy, and so on, and he started to mention what he called Mahometus Aratensis, and means Albatani.
Okay. And then this second book here.
And the second book is, we can look at the beginning in Latin.
I see, we can open it.
Copernicus, in fact, made extensive use of El-Battani's observations of the positions of planets, the sun, the moon, and stars. He worked with Latin translations, similar to this one, of the Syrian astronomers' data.
Kitab Zij Sabi. So this is Battani's Zij, his
Yes.
book of star charts. So it has the Arabic.
Yes, all the Arabic
The Arabic on one
treatise,
side,
yes, and then the Latin version.
That's convenient.
But he certainly had the data, the observational data by Al-Battani. And you know, he
And Copernicus's book is full of clues that hint at other past sources. And though El-Battani is the only Islamic astronomer Copernicus actually names, recent detective work has uncovered clues that Copernicus based many of his ideas on the work of other Islamic scholars.